Be me, Director of Human Resources. Corner office overlooks the city skyline. Glass walls reflect my tailored silhouette. Power is silence and soft influence. Company culture is my personal chessboard. Every piece moves when I speak. Efficiency is the only true currency. Looking at the quarterly budget reports, red ink bleeds from one department. Information technology, the basement-dwelling drain. Take the elevator down 30 floors. Air grows stale and smells metallic. Fluorescent lights hum with headache frequency. Doors slide open to the dungeon. No natural light touches this place. Walls are beige, stained, and depressing. Behold the guardians of the servers. 3 men sitting in silence, waiting. Rick is the oldest, a fossil. Types with 2 fingers, hunting keys. Gray ponytail hangs down his back. Wears the same flannel shirt daily. Salary is nearly 200 grand. Disgusting waste of corporate capital resources. He manages the legacy mainframe systems. Claims the code is ancient magic. Gatekeeper of the company's digital heartbeat. Refuses to document his daily processes. Job security through orchestrated opacity. Pathetic. Next is Gary, the network admin. Bloated, sweating, breathing through his mouth. Surrounded by towers of empty cans. Cable management is a chaotic nest. Claims the chaos is organized logic. Third is Bob, hardware and maintenance. Sleeps with eyes open, I swear. They look at me with suspicion. Intruder in their male-dominated sanctuary. Rick adjusts his glasses, ignoring me. They think they are untouchable gods. They believe the company needs them. I see dinosaurs waiting for meteors. The atmosphere is heavy with arrogance. Smell of stale coffee and ozone. Return to the elevator, ascending quickly. Purity of the upper floors returns. Sit at my desk opening files, analyzing their contracts and severance packages. They have no degrees, only tenure. Overpaid, underworked, and culturally obsolete. I draft a new organizational chart. Vision of a sleek, modern future. Cloud computing, diversity, youth, energy. No more grumpy gatekeepers in basements. Agency is taking control of narratives. I will rewrite the department's history. Schedule a meeting with the CEO. Mr. Sterling is old money personified. Wears tuxedos to Tuesday afternoon meetings. Intimidating, cold, focuses on the bottom line. I prepare my pitch with precision. Slide deck focuses on cost reduction. Key phrase is modernization and redundancy. Exploiting the fear of being left behind. Enter his office, confidently taking space. He looks up, eyes like flint. Report, he says, voice like gravel. I lay out the numbers clearly. Legacy team costs 600,000. Output is static, innovation is 0. Sterling raises an eyebrow, listening closely. Restructuring can save 40% annually. Cloud solutions offer infinite scalability, sir. We replace hardware with flexible software. He leans back, steepling his fingers. Who manages the transition? He asks. I do, I answer without hesitation. My team will source the talent. Digital natives, hungry and cost-effective. Sterling looks at the profit margins. Greed is a predictable, useful lever. And the risk, he asks sharply. Minimal if we purge them legally. Restructuring clause avoids age discrimination suits. We make their positions simply vanish. Sterling nods slowly, approving the kill. Do it, but keep it clean. I want no legal blowback, understand. Understood, sir. I smile triumphant. Walk out feeling lighter than air. Power is absolute control over fate. The dinosaurs are already walking dead. Spending the next week scouting replacements. Ignoring resumes with dates before 90. Looking for keywords like agile, scrum. Full stack, cloud native, disruptor. Found Tyler, a self-taught visionary. Resumes are just paper, vibes matter. He speaks in buzzwords and confidence. Talks about optimizing the user stack. Claims he can rewrite the mainframe. Hired him on the spot cheap. Next is Chloe, focus on UI/UX. Bubbly personality, perfect for company culture. She suggests bean bags and espresso. Hired her to soften the edges. Liam completes the triad, a hacker. Uses Arch Linux, talks very fast. The new cloud squad is assembled. Total cost is half the dinosaurs. Visual aesthetic is perfect for brochures. Friday afternoon arrives, the execution day. Standard tactic to minimize office disruption. Rain beats against the glass windows. Summon the legacy team one by one. Rick shuffles in, looking annoyed, tired. Make it quick, backup cycle starts. I need to mount the reels. He has no idea what comes. Sit down, Rick, I say coolly. Slide the envelope across the desk. Your position has been eliminated, effective immediately. Silence stretches, thick and heavy tension. He blinks, processing the impossible words. You can't do this, he whispers. The system needs manual override daily. Who will run the batch jobs? We are moving to the cloud. I say it with finality, smiling. The cloud, he laughs a bark. You have no idea what's down there. Decades of patches, messy spaghettified code. It's not plug and play, lady. Security will escort you out now. I press the button on my desk. 2 guards enter, looking bored strong. Rick stands up, shaking his head. You are making a mistake, he warns. A catastrophic, irreversible, expensive mistake. I built that basement, stone by stone. Your obsolescence is noted, I reply. He is dragged out, still protesting. Gary and Bob follow in sequence. Shock, denial, anger, then forced removal. The basement is finally mine to mold. Silence reigns in the server room. The hum of fans seems quieter. I walk down to survey the conquest. The ugly gray carpet offends me. The flickering lights are depressing, old. Tear it all out, I command. Contractors arrive within the hour, loud. Ripping out the carpet, polishing concrete. Installing Philips Hue smart mood lighting. Colors shift based on time of day. Standing desks replace the heavy benches. Expensive Italian espresso machine in corner. Oversized bean-bag chairs for collaboration. The mainframe servers are big, ugly. Black monolithic towers of ancient steel. Can we move these? I ask. Cabling is fixed, the contractor says. Fine, hide them behind Japanese screens. Out of sight, out of mind. The space transforms into a paradise. Looks like a startup incubator now. Monday morning, the Cloud Squad arrives. They love the vibe, the aesthetic. Tyler spins in a Herman Miller. This is the future, he declares. I stand watching them, feeling proud. I have modernized the unmovable object. I have exerted my will successfully. The company will run smoother now. Efficiency through aesthetics and positive vibes. Legacy obstacles have been completely removed. I return to my office upstairs. Open a bottle of sparkling water. Toast to the power of change. Nothing can possibly go wrong now. The old guard was just dead weight. I am the architect of tomorrow. The room temperature rises steadily by noon. Tyler complains about the aggressive fan noise. Violent mechanical whirring interrupts our brainstorming session. The black monoliths scream in protest now. They refuse to die with quiet dignity. I will not let them silence us. Legacy hardware has such toxic masculine energy. I call the contractor back immediately. We need soundproofing installed around these towers. Thick wool insulation will dampen the noise. He hesitates and mentions something about airflow. I cut him off with a look. Just get it done by tomorrow morning. I refuse to compromise my vision again. We move our meeting to the patio. The server room is locked for upgrades. I feel the thrill of absolute control. Tuesday arrives with silence in the room. The heavy wool blankets work perfectly well. No more whirring or aggressive mechanical sounds. Just a soft, warm hum of compliance. The air is thick and strangely heavy. Smells like ozone and expensive roasted coffee. Tyler says the Wi-Fi seems slow today. Probably just the provider throttling our connection. I dismiss his concerns with a wave. We focus on the new marketing deck. Sweat beads form on Tyler's forehead. Is it getting hot in here? He asks. I check the thermostat on the wall. It reads 70 degrees, perfectly standard setting. It is just your creative juices flowing. I pour more sparkling water for everyone. The Japanese screens tremble ever so slightly. Vibration from the struggling machines behind them. I adjust the screen to hide it. Our sight is truly out of mind. The lights flicker once, then stabilize quickly. Power grid fluctuations, I assure the team. Nothing can stop our momentum this week. I feel a headache forming behind eyes. The air tastes metallic and dangerously dry. Ignoring the body is part of leadership. I push through the discomfort for success. Suddenly, the internal Slack channel goes offline. Emails stop coming in on my phone. Tyler taps his keyboard with increasing force. The cloud drive is not responding, boss. I stand up and smooth my blazer. Everyone remain calm. I will handle this. I walk towards the soundproof server corner. Heat radiates through the thick wool layers. It feels like standing near an oven. I pull back one of the screens. The wool blankets are smoking slightly now. A distinct smell of melting plastic hits. I refuse to panic at this sight. This is simply a transformation of energy. The old system is burning itself out, making way for something new and better. I reach out to touch the rack. The metal casing burns my fingertips instantly. I recoil but do not scream aloud. Pain is just weakness leaving the body. Smoke begins to pool at the ceiling. The fire alarm remains silent for now. I consider my options in this moment. Calling it for help admits defeat. I must solve this with my authority. I grab a fire extinguisher from the wall. Not to use it, but for leverage. I use the canister to smash a window. Fresh air will cool the systems down. Cold wind rushes into the hot room. The temperature shock makes the metal groan. A loud pop echoes from behind the wool. Sparks shower down onto the bean bags. Tyler screams and scrambles out the door. Cowards run when the work gets real. I stand my ground amidst the sparks. I am the captain of this ship. The servers are throwing a final tantrum. They know their time is finally over. I grab a pitcher of ice water. You want to cool down? Fine then. I throw the water over the blankets. Steam explodes violently into the enclosed space. The hissing sound is deafening and sharp. Total silence follows the burst of steam. The lights in the building go dark. I stand in the wet, dark silence. I have silenced the noise for good. My breathing is the only sound left. I feel a profound sense of peace. The toxic noise is finally gone forever. I walk out into the sunlight hallway. The entire office is standing there waiting. They look at me with wide eyes. All clearly at my decisive action taking. The CEO pushes through the gathered crowd. His face is red, likely from exertion. "What did you do?" he screams loudly. Men always resort to yelling so quickly. I fix the noise and heat problem. I speak with calm, measured professional tones. The servers are finally quiet and cool. He pushes past me into the room. He falls to his knees in despair, weeping over dead machines like a child. Pathetic display of emotional instability in leadership. I check my phone for new messages. No signal, must be the storm outside. I decide to take an early lunch. Self-care is vital after a crisis. I leave the office with head high. Let them mourn their obsolete metal boxes. I have paved the way for progress. Tomorrow we will migrate to the cloud. Literal clouds if I have my way. No more heavy metal anchors weighing us. I order a mimosa at the cafe. Toast to my victory over the machine. My phone remains blissfully silent all afternoon. True freedom is being unreachable by choice. Morning sun hits my face with warmth. Wake up feeling refreshed and deeply empowered. Check phone, still on silent mode today. Ignore 40 missed calls from the boss. He is obsessed with my feminine energy. Shower quickly to wash off yesterday's stress. Put on power suit and killer heels. Today I will accept their humble apologies. Drive to work feeling like a queen. Traffic parts like the Red Sea for me. Arrive at the office parking lot late. Punctuality is a tool of patriarchal control. Notice police cars blocking the building entrance. Lights flashing red and blue against glass. Crowd of employees standing outside looking lost. Assume they are celebrating my silent revolution. Or perhaps the manager finally had stroke. Walk toward the entrance with confident strides. Police officer steps in front of me. "Ma'am, nobody is allowed inside right now. I am the director of strategic operations. We are investigating a major industrial crime. Crime is a social construct, officer. Someone destroyed the entire main server room. I liberated the office from noise pollution." Officer looks at me with wide eyes. "Wait, are you the one responsible here?" I take credit for all positive changes. He grabs his radio and speaks urgently. "Suspect is in custody at the entrance." Suspect is a term for visionary leaders. Manager bursts through the front glass doors. His face is purple and veins bulge. "You evil witch, you ruined everything." Hysterical outbursts are so unprofessional in public. I saved us from the heavy metal. We lost 20 years of client data. The past is dead, look forward now. Backups were on the same rack, woman. Clutter is the enemy of true focus. He tries to lunge, but officers stop him. Male aggression is truly terrifying to witness. She cut the cooling lines too. Liquid cooling is a waste of water. The halon system flooded the whole floor. It was time for a deep clean. Officer turns me around and cuffs me. "You are under arrest for felony vandalism." Vandalism is just unsolicited aggressive redecoration. You have the right to remain silent. I love silence, that was the point. Dragged toward the squad car by brute force. Employees watch in stunned silence and awe. They will thank me when dust settles. Shoved into the back of police cruiser. Plastic seat is hard and very cold. Ask officer if this car is hybrid. He slams the door without answering me. Rude behavior is typical of law enforcement. Watch the office building fade in distance. A monument to noise finally silenced forever. Close my eyes and visualize the cloud. Fluffy white data floating in the sky. No wires, no fans, just pure vibes. My legacy is secure in the ether. Car smells like stale donuts and sweat. Wonder if prison has a yoga studio. I will likely run the place within week. Reform the system from the inside out. Truly, my work is never fully done. Car stops abruptly. Inertia throws me forward. Officer yanks door open. Humidity hits face. Concrete garage smells of exhaust and misery. Pulled roughly from the seat, knees pop. Handcuffs bite wrists, metal against soft skin. Blood from glass cuts has dried brown. Sacrifice is messy, but always necessary work. March toward heavy steel, reinforced security doors. Buzzing intercom speaks in distorted male voice. Doors slide open with hydraulic hissing sound. Fluorescent lights hum, headache begins to throb. Atmosphere is sterile, cold, and aggressively bureaucratic. Male officers stare with mix of fear. They sense the power of unchecked agency. Dragged to the booking desk, linoleum squeaks. Sergeant looks up, eyes dead and tired. Another man bored by female rage, typical. He asks for name, date of birth. I give him my serial number instead. I am not a person, I am idea. Officer sighs, typing slowly with 2 fingers. Technology in hands of brutes is wasted. Told to empty pockets onto the counter. Phone, keys, and a single glass shard. Officer recoils from the jagged, bloody fragment. He fears the physical reality of disruption. Items bagged and tagged, identity stripped away. Steered toward the corner for biometric processing. Fingers pressed into black ink, rolling motion. Leaving my mark on their corrupt system. Stand against height chart, chin tilted up. Flash blinds me, capturing my defiant soul. This mugshot will be my revolution's banner. Nurse approaches with antiseptic and cotton swabs. Stings as she cleans cuts on arms. Pain is just weakness leaving the body. Refused bandage, let the wounds breathe freely. Escorted down long hallway, echoes of shouting. Men in cages screaming for their mothers. Pathetic display of fragile masculinity in crisis. Shoved into holding cell, heavy door slams. Lock engages with a final, doom-laden click. Cell is small, gray, completely devoid of life. Single metal bench bolted to the floor. Sit down, cold steel penetrating thin pants. Observe the graffiti scratched into the paint. Names of women who were here before. I trace the letters with my fingertip. We are a lineage of the silenced. Close eyes, the silence here is heavy. No server fans, no humming data streams. Just the sound of my own breathing. I have successfully disconnected from the matrix. Smile spreads across my face in darkness. The cloud is broken, sky is clear. Wait for the inevitable lawyer to arrive. System will try to process me, fail. Heavy steel door buzzes, slides open slowly. Man in cheap suit steps inside cautiously. He smells of stale coffee and fear. Public defender, assigned to the crazy woman. Sits down, avoiding direct eye contact immediately. State your name for the record, please. Voice cracks, he is already intimidated. Silence is a weapon I wield perfectly. Charges are serious, he mumbles, shuffling papers. Malicious destruction of corporate property, criminal negligence. Mr. Sterling is pressing for maximum sentence. Sterling, that tuxedo-wearing capitalist vulture. He claims you destroyed the company's future. No, I liberated it from the past. Lean forward, chains rattle against the table. Listen closely, little man, write this down. Click of pen, hands shaking visibly. It was self-defense against a hostile environment. The basement was a dungeon of oppression. Rick and Bob threatened my safety constantly. Lawyer looks up, confusion in his eyes. Threatened you physically with what weapons? With their exclusion, their silence, their code. Legacy systems are tools of patriarchal control. Opaque, rigid, designed to keep women out. I didn't destroy servers, I dismantled barriers. He stops writing, mouth slightly open. That won't hold up in court. It will in the court of opinion. Media loves a story of survival. Brave female executive against dinosaur boys club. Sterling's company is bleeding money right now. Stock price is plummeting without the data. He needs a scapegoat. I am a martyr. Get me a deal or I talk. Talk about what? Lawyer whispers, leaning in. The hiring practices, the slush funds. The real reason the old guard stayed. I lie smoothly, creating truth from air. Power is not given, it is taken. Get the prosecutor on the phone now. Lawyer nods, fumbling for his cell phone. He is no longer my defender. He is my messenger, my useful idiot. Watch him dial, sweat on his brow. She wants to cut a deal. I lean back, cold steel against spine. The game has only just begun. Sterling thinks he has me in a cage. He forgets that I hold the key. He notices the fresh cuts on arms. Did they do that to you? Opportunity presents itself. I seize it instantly. Silence again, letting his imagination do work. The holding cell is rough, I whisper. But the basement was so much worse. Let him conflate the two in his mind. Let him think the old men hurt me. We need to document these injuries immediately. Medical examiner, photos, the whole press kit. He is hooked, the white knight syndrome. He wants to save the damsel. Pathetic but entirely useful for my strategy. I will get the camera, he says. Leaves the room, energized by new purpose. Alone again, I inspect the red lines. Pain is clarity, pain is leverage. Sterling's empire is built on invisible labor. My labor is now visible, visceral, bloody. The public will see red and scream. Hashtags will trend, protests will organize. Justice for the change architect, they'll say. Door opens again, flash of camera blinds. Click, click, capturing the evidence of abuse. I look away, feigning shame and trauma. Perfect performance for the unseen audience. We have enough, lawyer says, voice grim. We are going to destroy them. Yes, we are, you little pawn. Sterling is holding a press conference. He is blaming the diversity initiative. He calls it incompetence masquerading as progress. Fool, he just walked into the trap. Release the photos, I command him softly. Leak them to the most radical outlets. Headline, corporate giant tortures female whistleblower. Lawyer hesitates, ethics battling with ambition. It's the only way to save me. Do it or I rot in here. He nods, the decision is made. He taps his phone, sending the email. It's done, God help us all. God has nothing to do with this. This is pure, unadulterated will to power. Guard enters, time's up, princess. Princess, another slur to add to list. Hauled back to the gray concrete box. Sit on the bench, wait for explosion. Not the servers this time, but society. Outside, the world is catching fire. I can feel the heat from here. Hour passes, then two, silence breaks. Distant chanting penetrates the prison walls. Muffled voices, angry, rhythmic, getting louder. Can't make out words but no tone. It is the sound of the mob. And the mob is on my side. Guard walks by, looks at me differently. Fear in his eyes, not contempt anymore. What did you do? He asks. I just told my truth, I reply. Warden wants to see you now. Handcuffs click, tighter this time, more urgent. Escorted through the maze, tension is palpable. Screens in the hallway show the news. Logistics giant under siege, Chiron reads. Burning tire smoke in front of HQ. Sterling's face on screen, looking haggard. He is shouting, but no one listens. My face is there too, the mugshot. But next to it, the bloody arm. The narrative has shifted, I am winning. Warden's office is plush, smells of cigars. Warden is fat, sweating, pacing the rug. You are causing a riot, he spits. My prison is surrounded by protesters. Release me, I say, voice calm, steady. I can't, charges are federal, he yells. Then move me to house arrest. Medical compassion, psychological distress, safety concerns. If I die here, you burn. He knows it, he sees the flames. Get her out of my sight. Transfer papers, sign them, get her out. Victory tastes like stale air and fear. Walked out the back door, van waits. No handcuffs this time, just protective custody. Windowless van, moving through the chaotic city. I am not a prisoner, I am payload. Valuable, dangerous, radioactive to the touch. Driver is silent, radio plays the news. Stock down 40%, reporter says breathless. Shipments halted nationwide, supply chain broken. Grocery stores running empty, panic buying starts. Good, let them starve, let them feel. They ignored the invisible arteries for too long. Now the arteries are severed, bleeding out. Van stops, safe house or new cell. Doesn't matter, I am in control. Door opens, flashbulbs again, paparazzi found us. How did they find a covert transfer? Lawyer must have leaked the location too. Smart boy, he wants his fame. I step out, head high, eyes fierce. Microphone shoved in face, questions screamed. Did you destroy the data? Why did you fire the men? I look directly into the camera lens. I broke the glass ceiling, I say. And the shards cut everyone, not just me. Pushed into the building, heavy doors close. Safe house is a luxury apartment. Ankle monitor fitted, blinking green light. Small price to pay for this view. City skyline burns in the distance. Pour a glass of expensive wine found. Sterling calls the landline, I answer. You ruined everything, he whispers, defeated. No, Sterling, I just updated the software. Human resources is a volatile asset class. You should have read the user manual. Hang up, sip wine, watch the smoke. The old world is dying, let it. I am the architect of the new. Check laptop provided by the defense team. Log into the cloud backup I kept. Encrypted drive, hidden in plain sight. I didn't burn everything, just their access. I hold the data, I hold the world. Ransom demand is next step, then profit. Feminism is not asking, it is taking. And I have taken it all.